Lembra sote kebaya. And when it was determined that we should sail into Italy, they delivered Paul and certain other prisoners unto one named Julius, a centurion of Augustus' band. Verse 2. We are reading from verse 1 to 9. And entering into a ship of Adramyttium, we launched, meaning to sail by the coast of Asia, one Aristarchus, a Macedonian of Thessalonica, being with us. And the next day we touched at Sidon, and Julius cautiously entreated Paul, and gave him liberty to go unto his friends to refresh himself. Verse 4. And when we had launched from thence, we sailed under Cyprus because the winds were contrary. And when we had sailed over, verse 5. And when we had sailed over the sea of Cilicia and Pamphylia, we came to Myra, a city of Lycia. And there the centurion found a ship of Alexandria sailing into Italy, and he put us therein. And when we had sailed slowly many days, and scarce we had come over against Cydus, the wind not suffering us, we sailed under Crete over against Salmon. Continue. And hardly passing it, came unto a place which is called the Fair Heavens, nigh whereunto was the city of Lasea. Continue. For us to understand this story very well, we'll read it into verse 21. For those of us who don't have time to read our Bibles. Now, when much time was spent, and when sailing was now dangerous, because the fast was now already past, Paul admonished them. Continue to verse 21 so that we can get the details. And said unto them, Sirs, I perceive that this voyage will be with hurt and much damage, not only of the lading and ship, but also of our lives. Continue. Nevertheless, the centurion believed the master and the owner of the ship more than those things which were spoken by Paul. Trouble. And because the heaven was not commodious to winter in, the more part advised to depart, tense also. That means a lot of people say, no, let's go, let's continue. if by any means they might attain to Phoenix, and there to winter, which is an haven of Crete, and lieth toward the southwest and northwest. And when the south wind blew softly, supposing that they had obtained their purpose, losing turns, they sailed close to Crete. But not long after there arose against it a tempestuous wind called Euroclydon. And when the ship was caught and could not bear up into the wind, we let her drive. Follow the story. And running under a certain island, which is called Clauda, we had much work to come by the boat. That means there was so much problem that they were struggling, trying to see how they can save the boat. Which when they had taken up, they used helps undergirding the ship, and fearing lest they should fall into the quicksand, struck sail, and so were driven. And we being exceedingly tossed with a tempest, the next day they lightened the ship. And the third day we cast out with our own hands the tackling of the ship. They had to cast the tackling